Today, we're throwing it back to my college days. Well, kind of. Let's get into this beer, guys. Beer, 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 beer. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to me, Maple Ruski, from the Ruski Bruski Review. And today, the beer I have for you is part of the Macro Beer lineup of reviews. And we are drinking Lakeport Ice 5.5. Oh, look at this can. It's black. It's white. There's a lighthouse. We're going to drink this. Lakeport Ice 5.5. 5.5% alcohol by volume. An unknown IBUs. It says premium beer on the can here. Down there. But this, I wouldn't say, is premium beer. This is definitely in the, I guess, what I would say, college beer lineup or a discount beer. Lakeport is the brand of choice that I chose to drink back in my college days. I actually drank their Lakeport Honey, which I haven't found in some time. And when I do, there will be a review because that was a damn good beer for my college days. So, let's crack this open and see what the Lakeport Honey has to offer. And I do have a little bit of a story for Lakeport. Just of my knowledge, and then a little bit of the Wikipedia I just pulled up here on my MacBook. Yes, I've never had the Lakeport Ice. I've never had any ice beers, usually meaning that they're higher in alcohol percentage, over 5. But looking at the beer here, it is, again, very, very clear. I guess up alcohol, the lager kind of thing. As you can see right on the bottom, very, very clear. A nice big white head on top. A little bit of an aggressive pour there. Let's have a smell. It smells like a very rancid ass fart. A little bready, more like old dry hay. And that's really all I'm getting out of the smell. Like I said, guys, it's discount beer. You're not really expecting much. You're expecting more bang for your buck. Even then, with Ontario's beer taxes and alcohol taxes and all that fun stuff, is it really bang for your buck? Or would you rather spend those few extra dollars, grab a Canadian or a Bud? But we're going to find that out today, so let's have a sip. It's pretty friggin' bland. A little bit of sweetness. Touch of breadiness, more just watery. No character, no nothing on this beer, which is kind of a shame because of its history. We'll get to that in just a minute. But I mean, 5.5. You're looking at $2.15 a can, a tall can. So you're getting a little bit cheaper beer, and you're not really expecting a lot in quality, which is fine. But you definitely get that buzz on that you're looking for. This is really all that beer is good for, is getting that buzz on for an easy, simple price. So cheers, everybody. Let's keep on drinking. I mean, it goes down great. It doesn't taste bad. It just tastes sort of like a bland beer, which isn't bad in the sense of what you're paying for and what your ultimate goal with this style of beer and, I guess, price point of beer. What you're going for is just trying to get a buzz off. You know, trying to get your buzz on, all that fun stuff that goes with it. You don't really care about quality and or character about the beer. You just hope that it tastes fine. It's not rancid. Then you're gonna get drunk, and this is exactly what you're getting. Crisp, clean, a little bit of maltiness, a little bit of very, very, very light caramel, a touch of breadiness, and you're kind of off to the races with that. There's not much going on here. But looking on the can for information, or I guess in the sense lack of information, Lakeport Ice 5.5. 5.5% ABV, unknown IBUs, not even listed on Untapped. On the side, you have all your, I guess, legal stuff. LakeportBrewing.com, or .ca, sorry, which is a dead link. Fair enough. Tapinyourbeer.com, which is also kind of a dead-ish link. It just lists all the Lakeport beers that they've had to offer are in that premium beer. Not too much else going on with the can. On the bottom, a little bit of a date code or some sort of code. Can't read it. Same like all these other macro brews, you can't really read it and understand what it says. But now, time to move over to a little bit of a history of Lakeport, because this is something I found out when I was drinking my Lakeport honey, was that it was actually, brewed and created in Hamilton, Ontario, where I went to school for my first 3 years of college. And I kind of took pride in that I was drinking a Hamilton-made beer, which was eventually bought out by Anheuser-Busch. They started in 1992, and it started out as a premium beer back in the day, and then by 2006, they became the largest discount beer in Canada. And then in 2007, it was bought over or taken over by InBev, also Anheuser-Busch. And then it says 3 years later, they closed the Hamilton brewing plant and shifted production to the Lakeport beers to the Labatt plant in London, Ontario. So, a little bit of a tragic history almost, but at the same time, I guess, great for college kids. Yay, college kids like me back in the day. Back in the day being about 4 or 5 years ago. So, kind of cool, very neat that I was still into, I guess, quote-unquote craft beer or, hometown beer brewed. Even before I knew, I was going towards the craft beer market scene. Other than that, no real website to be spoken of. I've tried to find it on Google. I've tried to put in the link off the can. Nothing. The closest I got was that, tap into your beer, and it brought me to Broodly.com, and it just lists all of Lakeport's beers. Looks to be, they got Brava, all your Lakeports, Master Choice, which is de-alcoholized, PC Red, and Stirler. So, that's really all I have to say about the website sort of things. We're going to move over to Untappd now. It's not bad. A little sweet. Goes down. Not super crisp, but still a very clean beer. Medium to moderate mouthfeel. But yes, moving over to Untappd, Lakeport Ice 5.5 has been given a 2.37 bottle caps out of 5. And that's out of, only 201 ratings. Very, very shocking to me. But with that said, it's just a boring beer. But it gets you to where you want to go at the end of the day. One thing, my last point before I get to ratings, is that Lakeport Honey was definitely a lot better than this. So cheers on the final sip, guys. Let's get right to ratings. Lakeport Ice. Decent flavor. Decent flavor. Just bland. But it's not rancid, it's not terrible, it's not bad. Goes down great. Leaves you with a nice sort of sweet, bready finish lingering on your tongue, which is actually quite pleasant. Can't lie. But it gets you to where you want it gets you to where you want to get going. Gives you that buzz for a very cheap price. And with the cheap price and not terrible beer, just more bland, deserves it a solid 3 out of 10 for me. As for presentation, I was always a big fan of actually the Lakeport sort of design with the lighthouse, and either depending on what kind of beer you got, you either got the red, the pilsner, the honey, or the ice, or what have you. It was the same can design, just a different color. And I kind of like the black. I like the black for the ice. Usually they do black or very dark colors for the ice to make it seem like badass or something like that. Just because of the higher alcohol content. 0.5 over, it's nothing to be shocked about or no blown away. Whoa, this is so much more alcohol. It's 0.5. it's not going to make a huge dramatic difference between 5 and 5.5. But still, not too bad. Just really no information here, and there's no website to speak of. So with that said, the logo is cool, and I like that. 2 out of 10 for presentation. There's really nothing. At least the other ones, the other macro beers, got away with a very decently looking website. But this, not so much. With all that said, guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers you want me to review in the future, you can leave all the information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, Maplebrewski, that'd be greatly appreciated as well. As for my question of the day, my question of the day to you is, what beer, or beer brand, or beers did you drink in your college years? Me, like I said, Lakeport Honey. That was the one I did. It was the one I drank. And when I find a can of Lakeport Honey, there will be a review, because that deserves a solid review with regarding my history with that beer. But with all that said, guys, that's going to do it for me, Maplebrewski, and like I always say, crack a beer and enjoy. Cheers.